But in general, the topic I want to discuss to end my podcast this week, or this month, whenever you want to say, is depression. Because depression is not logical. Depression is not like cause and effect. Oh, I cut my leg and my leg hurts. It's not like that. It's like it could just happen. And one day you feel like shit for no fucking reason. There's been days, this is real, okay? When I was doing YouTube for a living, and I told you guys that I couldn't work today, I don't feel good. That's because I was depressed. That's not because I was actually physically feeling bad or sick. It's because I woke up and I felt awful. My mind was fucked, and I just couldn't even get my head together to get a thought without thinking negative, terrible, sad thoughts, right? And what depression does, it also makes you focus on negative times in your life, even if you're not in them anymore. And one way, and this is a big one, and this is one that in particular, this is the first time I'm ever publicly discussing anything like this with anyone, any of you guys that have ever been a viewer of mine, all right? And this is the God's honest truth. I'm not making this up. This is not an excuse or a justification, okay? I take full responsibility for my actions. But one of the biggest problems with depression is self-destruction. And here's what I mean by that. If you have true depression and you have these feelings of hatred of yourself right now, I'm a much more moral person. You know what I mean? I've changed for the better. But inside this feeling of you're a piece of garbage, you don't deserve anything, hating myself makes me do things that are stupid as fuck, that are incredibly self-destructive. All right? And this is the God's honest truth. Here we go, another idiot. Goodbye. You're a liar. Goodbye. Actually, Popsicola took care of it before I even got to take care of it. Okay? You may notice that every once in a while, I'll do something incredibly stupid and out of character. And you say, why the hell did Phil do that? Things were going good, and, why would Phil do something really stupid like that? And by the way, as I'm talking about this, I'm actually crushing the fuck out of this stress ball, because it's the first time I've ever actually publicly talked about this. I'll do something dumb and out of character for no reason. And, to the logical person looking in from the outside who's a fan, why did Phil fucking do that, right? Why did Phil insult this person? Why did Phil do this? Why did Phil do that? And there's a lot to do, stress and emotion. But there's this self-destructive tendency for people who actually have depression. And I'll give you a perfect example, and you can choose to believe me or not. This is not an excuse, and I own what I did. And, I'm the only person who basically isn't doing it, so watch my stream on Friday, okay? And I know that. I know that putting that out on Twitter is going to cause trouble. I know that, logically, in this head. I know. That's stupid, but I did it anyway. And it wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a mistake that I put that on fucking Twitter. No, sir, it wasn't. That was my depression.
So I wanted to make this video. This is kind of a controversial video. I don't even know if I might get in trouble for doing this video. I have no idea, but I have to make it. Enough is enough. I have to make it. So I've been seeing a lot of mental health YouTubers and even non-mental health YouTubers. Like one of my favorite ASMR people was doing this, talking about BetterHelp. And BetterHelp, if you don't know by now, and you probably do because everyone's been plugging it, is an online therapy tool where you can get your basically online therapy at a reasonable price. It sounds great. It sounds awesome. And about 6 months ago, I was approached by them for a sponsorship, and I was super excited. I was so pumped. It was maybe even longer than that, like a year ago. And I was super pumped. I was really, really pumped up. I'm like, I've never had a sponsorship on this channel. That must mean that my channel is growing, and this is like a legit thing. The online therapy sounds great. I was so excited, you guys. I was so pumped up. Not gonna lie. And they offered me a free trial. I think at least at the time that I was done, at least at the time, a free trial was on the table for everyone. So I did the free trial, you know, really with high hopes, hoping that this would be something super helpful and I could recommend it to you guys and tell you guys about my experience and, you know, maybe get a little money, like, for sure. That sounds great. And everybody wins, and it's just a wonderful win cycle. So I did the free trial. I think you guys know where this is going because, yeah, you know where this is going. I had a horrible experience. And I'm not trying to be dramatic. Listen, BetterHelp, it's online therapist, so it really depends on the therapist, I imagine. And I imagine there's a lot of great success stories and people that have been helped. I'm not trying to discount that. I'm not trying to imply that those other YouTubers are lying to you or tricking you in any way. Maybe they did the free trial and it was just magic and they loved it and they are just spreading the word. But I have to make this video because I had such a horrible experience and I couldn't, in good conscience, after doing the trial, recommend it to you guys as much as I wanted to. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to, but I could not. I literally could not because that's how bad the experience was. There, you know, there was no moral ambiguity about it. It couldn't happen. So let me tell you what happened. I had this therapist and we agreed to do either a video or a phone appointment because there's a couple different options. And we'd been messaging a couple times and I was immediately a little put off because he didn't have good grammar. There was misspellings. It seemed kind of unprofessional right from the get-go, right? Like, I'm typing up this, you know, particular thing, and then he's coming back with this mess, unprofessional mess, and I was just like, is this a real therapist? Like, you know, maybe I'm being judgmental, but it just didn't seem professional to me. But anyway, we scheduled the appointment to actually have like a little video chat or phone chat about the situation. So I show up to the appointment. I'm sitting at the computer. 10 minutes go by. 30 minutes go by. The entire hour goes by. He does not show up. So I write him and I'm like, I'm confused. Did I make a mistake? It's, you know, it's not really one of those things where you can make a mistake. Like, it's locked in, like you pick your appointment time and it sets it. So it's not like you communicating with them. How about Tuesday at 9? You know what I mean? Like, you pick the appointment time. So I was confused, but willing to hear him out. So I messaged him politely and was like, hey, you know, I showed up. What's going on? And he was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I forgot. You know, I don't know. I don't even know. But I forgot and we'll reschedule. So I reschedule. I'm put off at this point a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Because, first of all, our messages don't seem professional. Or at least on his end. They didn't seem professional. And he just completely, no, like, warning, no heads up, just completely missed our appointment. This happened, you guys, 2 more times. 2 more times I rescheduled and he didn't show up. 2 more times. A total of 3 times this happened. And I mean, there's nothing I can say other than there's no way in hell I could recommend them to you guys. I love you guys. You're my little YouTube family. And there's no way that I could be like, you guys, click my affiliate link. Go give me money by signing up for this free trial. I recommend it. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that after this ridiculous display with this therapist, and the free trial was up, and I was just like, this is absurd. I never actually received any therapy. We just kept setting appointments, and he just kept missing them and not giving me any warning or any real reason, and was really unprofessional in his messages. So I'm seeing BetterHelp everywhere, and I'm getting flashbacks. I'm just like, oh, BetterHelp. And, you know, I'm seeing it all over the place, and I'm not saying that it's a terrible company. I'm not saying it doesn't help people out. I'm not saying avoid it at all costs. I'm not saying anything beyond what my personal experience is. And my personal experience was just ridiculous. Like, it was just stupid. It was really stupid. So take it for what you will. I'm just going to be honest about it and let you guys know. Be a voice of, I don't know, just a voice out there that says, hey, I didn't have a good experience. I had a bad experience. So it's not all rainbows and sunshine. You can get stuck with a bad therapist, an online therapist. I don't know what their vetting system is, because this guy didn't even seem like a real therapist. So that would be my main critique, is like, what? I understand that every therapist is different, but surely there has to be a standard. And this guy was way below the standard. So how do you, what are they doing to make sure that everyone's up to a standard? Like, what's the deal? What's happening? So I couldn't recommend them to you guys, and I wanted to share my experience with you.